Hello everyone. So I had my UK student visa interview on Microsoft Teams. So before we jump onto the questions, what's important is that you should be on time. Log in 10 minutes earlier than the interview schedule time. Speak slowly and clearly. Now this is important because the embassy officer would be writing it down. So he needs time, so you have to be clear about what you're speaking. Be professionally dressed. So the first question he asked me was my full name and a date of birth. Then he asked that how much is my tuition fees and how much have I paid, and if there's any scholarship. So he basically asked me that how much have I paid towards my tuition fee. So in this answer you can include your tuition fee, any scholarship, plus how much have you paid. The third question was which was the last course that I completed and how it is linked to management. Fourth one was my job background. What was the role and the function? And he delved down upon it. What was the course name and why management? Basically, why I'm trying to do management after my bachelor's in technology. Were there any other universities where I had applied? The eighth question was what are the modules? So here you have to mention the mandatory modules and the optional modules, and it's better if you tell them semester wise. It's available on the university course page. The ninth question was your future plan after the course. 10th one was the expected income after the degree. The 11th one was funding of your studies, as in who is funding your education? Is it you, your parents? I mentioned my parents and my personal savings. So he asked me that what is the job of my parents. Then he asked about the accommodation. Then he further asked that how am I gonna reach the accommodation from my university, and what will be the transport that I'll be using. And he also mentioned that there's a railway strike going on at the present. So what could be my alternative? Then he asked a funky question that do you have a partner? I said no. What will be the rate charged by the accommodation provider? So you have to mention that what's the weekly rate and then how much it's gonna cost you for a year. Then any friends or family in UK? Then he asked me if I have used an agent for my college application, and he wrote his name down and the company that he works for. Then finally, the last questions were that have I understood all the questions and the answers are correct to my knowledge. Then he asked me if there's any additional information which I would like to provide. And then at the end, he said, are you feeling well and happy with the interview? So this is it. If you want to know more about it, or if you need help in preparing for the answers to any of these questions, please write down on my email ID. I'll be happy to assist you. Thank you so much. Stay confident and subscribe to my channel.